came in and tried out as a walk-on, and it is a very, very difficult position. Our walk-ons have to be prepared every day at practice. They prepare us. They have to know the opponent's plays. And for some of their fans, I do get to say this to you. If we get a lead, we don't want to press, or we don't want to embarrass anybody, but we want to get some of our younger guys as much time as we can in a game situation, so the walk-ons know they're not going to play. And the student section chants for them, and when they do get in, their goal is to show their teammates, no matter what the score is, that they're playing for their coaches and teammates. That's why when a lot of them fans cheer for them to take shots, they'll take the right shot, but they're not playing for the fans. And this gentleman was given the task throughout his career to be a walk-on. This year had the toughest task because when the bench mob came in as freshmen, it's the upper class manager, walk-on's job to teach the freshman walk-ons what it means to be a Villanova walk-on. Well, Nick McMahon was outnumbered by Henry and Pat, and those guys, both New Yorkers, came in with, if there's a possibility of a walk-on coming in with a one-and-done mentality, those two came in with one and done, like they were going to take over the program. And I love their aggressiveness, I love their attitudes, but poor Nick had to teach him humble and hungry, which is a big part of our program. And Nick was on them, I was on Nick, and we'll see how those two do next year, but Nick did a hell of a job. He's one of the great walk-ons we've had. We're going to really miss him. Nick McMahon, everybody.
How's everybody doing tonight? Well, first I want to thank everybody for coming out. I mean, the light's so bright, I can't even see where everybody is. So many people turned out. I know that really means a lot to all of us. I can speak on behalf of the team. It's really nice to see all the support that comes out. And it shows the support at the end of the season, looking back. For me, 4 years, but for them, just this last season. For me, myself, I'm still trying to get a grasp of this is my turn now. It's my senior year, looking back on a 4-year career, to actually be the one standing up here. I remember looking at all the guys before me, their jerseys down there, and now it's mine. And had a little surreal feeling. But I remember my first day with the team. I know Coach JD said it on the interview, but I was sitting down at the Spit on the South Campus, and I was just having lunch with my friends, and I received a call from Coach Baker Dunleavy, and he says, "Hey Nick, it's Coach Bake. We actually have practice today. If you can make it, we'd love to have you. Practice starts in 10 minutes." So I immediately dropped my food, run up to my room. I don't even know if I told my friends where I was going. I should probably apologize to them for that. Ran out to my room, grabbed my basketball clothes, whatever I had at the time, just sprinted down to the Davis Center, showed up to the door. He's waiting there to greet me with one of the managers at the time. And they look at each other, give themselves a little bit of a look, and they look at me. I have my black socks on, black shoes, and if anyone knows Coach Wright, that's not going to fly in practice. So they immediately pile on my hands, shoes, shorts, practice jersey, socks, the whole deal. Throw me in the locker room and say, "Get changed as quick as you can." So I throw everything on, run out to the court. By the time I run on the court, the whole team's already meeting at half court with Coach Wright in the middle speaking. So here I am, the new kid, coming in late to my first practice. So that was my first experience. I mean, looking back on it, you can't say enough about the program and the people involved. But Villanova basketball has truly been a blessing for me. Like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world, not a bit of it. And it's taught me so many life lessons. I mean, basketball, being a part of the team is one thing, but when you're a walk-on, obviously that's not the main thing. It's more about the team and what you can take away from it. And it's taught me so many lessons between the coaches and the players. I'm going to take so much away from this that I can use for the rest of my life. Like I said, I can't thank everyone enough, and I just want to make a few quick comments about certain people that I want to thank. Coach Wright, you gave me the opportunity of a lifetime to be a part of this journey, and I can't thank you enough. It's been a dream come true to be a Division I college athlete. Never really envisioned it happening when I came out of high school, and you've given me something I can never give back in return. And also on top of that, my senior year to offer me a full ride scholarship is something that I'll be forever grateful for. I know my parents are probably not in the hood saying they are too. All the assistant coaches for my whole time here, whether they're here now or the ones that came and gone during my time here. They're really a remarkable group of guys, and it's something that's so unique that you'll never see across the country. They're so devoted to each and every one of us, and they'll go out of their way, above and beyond, to do whatever we need. And I want to say thank you to all you guys. Next, I want to thank the managers. Like I said, Steve was up here, and he really leads those guys as a senior. And what those guys do is really behind the closed doors. No one really knows what they do, and they don't get an appreciation for it. I want to thank you guys personally. They're probably the most devoted and dedicated people to Villanova basketball, and I want to personally mention you guys. Next, I wanted to give a few quick shout-outs to Arlisha Davison, Helene Mercanti, and all of our office assistants, Kathy Mangiello, and Jeff Pierce. Me and Jeff have been hurt a few times in my career, and one of the most fun guys I know. We'll have great times. We'll be friends for the rest of my life, and made my injuries a little more easy. Next, I want to thank my parents. They've been so supportive throughout my whole career, and the support and the sacrifice that they've had to make can't even begin to talk about it. From the crazy schedule planning that my parents had to deal with, to all the traveling to away games and all of that, I can't thank you enough. Like I said, all the traveling and planning events, I think I may have even ruined a trip to Italy for them in my 4 years here, so I'll have to make that up too. And lastly, my teammates, these 12 guys down there, they're my brothers for life, and I can't thank you guys enough. You guys made me a better person, smarter, tougher. When you get beat up by Javon Pinkston for 4 years, you don't really have a choice. But thanks, JP. But yeah, you guys are the best group of guys. I mean, you don't have this type of season without a group of guys that's really special that come together on and off the court. We have so much fun together. I'll tell you, there's never a dull moment with these guys. It's always a new. You'll never know what to expect with them. So thank you guys for very memorable 4 years. And finally, to leave off, I wanted to talk about one of the biggest things that I'm going to take away from Villanova basketball is our main concept of attitude. It's what the program is built on. It's what we preach. I've probably said the word over 10,000 times in my career. One of the things we do is when we come out of the locker room before any game, we all hit the sign. There's a tape above the door. It says attitude. And it just reminds you that when you hit that, kind of goes through your mind that no matter what happens, you always control the outcome of whatever life throws at you. And I know when I move into New York in the next few months, the first thing that's going up in my apartment is the attitude sign above the door. So thank you everybody for a great 4 years. It's been a hell of a ride. And once a walkout, always a walkout. Thank you.